we had slain the floor boss on the last floor, and then teleported in here, still rocking our injuries. You guys find yourselves spat out on this floor, looking around you, dark, foreboding, covered in crystals. And if you can recall, there's that deep snore coming from deeper within the caverns. It sounds guttural, maybe even a hint of draconic. And yeah, I'm going to stop describing until people start looking around. The floor is yours.
I think we should take a long rest.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
Aurelius raises his wrapped up hand and he says, I can take watch while you guys rest.
What was his name, Michael?
Aurelius.
Aurelius. Thank you.
Oh, I would rather not take an entire night's sleep, because I have this fancy food that will only benefit me for another hour.
Aurelius, you mean
But we have
unswayed.
other people in the party who are like 2 hit points from death right now.
Well, that's me.
He looks over here, he's like, this is a perfect spot. Seeming kind of eager for everyone to bed down. Maybe a little chipper that he can contribute by keeping watch.
Does everyone else think?
I think I need some rest.
What's the party doing? Are we bedding down or not?
Clemency and Silas, what do you think?
Doesn't if we do the rest, doesn't that mean that I get my spells back?
Yeah, you get your spell slots and your HP back.
I vote rest.
So maybe Red wants to take watch with.
Yeah, if like I get that you have like that special food. If you wanted to go around and maybe perception check for the last hour of it.
It would have to be the first hour. Only get that benefit right away.
Yeah, I meant the last hour of your food that you have left on it.
Which is now.
Aurelius looks over at Red. So me and you are going to take watch, huh? If you need to sleep, you can. I'm more than happy to take watch.
I'm going to also be staying awake and eating my food because I have food that will expire.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can,
Well, where is everybody else at for hit point?
I'm not too bad. I got 20 left.
Because I'm at full hit points. I just don't have any first level spells left. I was mainly meaning for everybody who had the really low health, but it seems like everybody who has the really low health is wanting to stay awake.
Food. I mainly just want to consume my food before it expires since I spent so much money on it.
Yeah.
Does your guys' food give you any specialties?
For sure. It'll make me pretty darn good at melee.
I mean, I could do my
Tandoori
pasta
chicken.
primavera.
Oh, you also have one?
My mouth is on.
Oh, either way, let's at least take a short break over here. I'll walk off in this direction. And, during that, we can figure out how well off we are. Sound good?
Yeah.
As the party makes their way over to the corner to take their short rest, there is a very slight shimmer. Not aggressive at all, but you can feel a very slight shimmer as the cavern shakes, and you hear a boom. And from the base here, down in this corridor, and then flowing up, all of the crystals in the cavern kind of glow, almost like radiating from the center there outward, and they begin to shine brightly and then dim back down to their natural state.
Ooh. How cool. So it's kind of like a heartbeat or a breath or something.
Interesting. Makes me feel
Really
like
is.
resting probably isn't a good idea.
Aurelius is looking around, and he looks back and assuredly says to the group, "It's fine. I'll keep watch." And he's gonna post up over here by the drop below.
Would you like some food, Aurelius?
He ponders for a moment, and it seems like he kind of slightly mistrusts and says, "No, I'm fine for now. Thank you, though."
No problem. So since it seems like everybody's on board with at least the short rest thing, I'm going to cast Create Bonfire in the middle of this area so that we can cook our food and stuff. Like, maybe about there.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, that.
You watch as the magical flame ignites and the light from the flame flickers against the wall.
So for a short rest, how many we get half back?
You're able
that
to
correct?
use your hit dice.
Yeah, so you can roll as many hit die as you have to restore health.
No, I meant for spell slots. I am full health.
Oh, so you don't restore spell slots on a short rest unless it specifically says you can restore, like it'll be a class feature.
Damn. I can watch. I mean, I'm full health as well. Kind of keep an eye on Aurelius. Also, make sure he's not sneaking around or doing anything.
Snoring continues from down below, seeming not that far from the drop. That deep of a snore.
So I'm heating up my food, my fancy magical food. I'm also taking out coffee supplies. Anybody else want a cup of coffee?
No, thank you.
Yes.
No, thank you.
I'm just eating my tandoori chicken cold.
Aurelius raises his hand. That sounds nice, thank you.
Okay, then I make enough for 2 cups.
As it brews, the aroma of coffee fills the area around you guys. What's everyone's passive perception?
15 for me.
Only 12?
For me.
Where do you see that? Passive wisdom or no? Yeah, 13.
I think it'd be your perception plus 10 is how it's mathed out.
Mayra, you see from the flames flickering, casting light against the wall, right around here, you catch out of the corner of your eye the shadow of something that isn't there. It appears to be kind of elongated because of the flame, but a smallish creature floating.
Can I try to roll Arcana to see if I know what it is?
Sure.
+6.
I would help you on that
15
if you
plus
told me
6.
about it.
21.
Give me a second. Thank you for the help, Caitlin.
Wow.
There you go.
Yay.
So it doesn't look like anything you've seen before. In fact, it's so obscure you're not sure entirely whether or not your mind is playing tricks on you. But it appears like... How would I describe this? It's kind of got a roundish, ball-shaped head. A very, very stout body. Stubby legs and very pointed ears that are kind of displayed and exaggerated with its shadow.
Interesting.
As you are watching, you see this aura begin being sucked from this stone here as it begins to dim and dim and dim as that energy is pulled towards that nothingness disappearing.
I think we should move away.
I'm gonna tell the party about it. I'm gonna turn around and just explain what I'm seeing. And see
Aurelius has his cup of coffee, by the way, and he pulled out a little pouch of spices from, assumingly, Verdona, and is sprinkling them into the coffee and stirring it up, taking a sip. Uncaring about what you're talking about. Still watching
This might
way.
be another hallucinogenic thing, but
So you said it seemed to be taking energy from the crystals next to it?
yes. From the crystals up in the corner here. The purple ones.
Okay. Well,
The shadow moves as more eyes observe the direction.
Mhm.
The sucking of the energy ceases, and very faintly, but it almost sounds like you hear a "oh," and then that thing disappears.
Oh. Well.
I'm sure it wasn't. I don't think it was dangerous. I say
I'm
begin
gonna
continuing to eat.
let them know, like, that it disappeared and how it disappeared.
I think we were all looking at it just then.
How intriguing.
Except
I'm not
maybe
sure that any of us have high enough perception, though, that we would have seen anything other than her.
If your attention was drawn to it after having been pointed out, you would have seen it.
Okay.
Aurelia sips his coffee, pleased with the way it tastes. Are you guys sure you don't need to rest a little bit longer? I'm more than happy to help watch while you sleep.
And I don't need rest,
Oh.
so.
Very well then.
Maybe next
So
floor.
did we rest for 30 minutes?
Yeah, the party was in this area long enough to obtain a short rest, the snoring still continuing, and then after that rest, another shimmer and pulse. All the crystals in the cavern light up and then dim down again.
So then, how many hit points would I have gathered at the start of each turn out for half an hour?
All of them.
Well, I have 38.
It only takes.
That is for sure.
It only
Yeah,
takes
you'd be
6 seconds
back
to
at
get
full health.
1 hit point.
Okay, sweet.
And I wouldn't regain any spells, right?
No, not unless you have any that restore on a short rest, like a class
Yeah.
feature or something.
I don't think so.
How many hit points do we get restored? There was too many people talking, I couldn't hear.
It depends on your hit die.
Oh.
Oh, we have to roll?
Well, I ate special food that restored 1 hit point at the start of each turn that lasts for an hour.
Also, I believe as a fighter, you can use your second wind and get that back on a short rest.
Right, what's the group doing? Is the fire out, or are you guys keeping it leaving it going?
I'll put it out as soon as we're starting to move out.
Okay. As you move forward, there's a couple pathways. The one right across and to your right appear like they, after just a short indent, they dead end. There's a longer pathway to your left, and then down below, which is about 50 foot or so. That looks like there's about 4 different ways you can choose from this angle. As Silas looks down this corridor, you can see more energy being sucked from crystals into nothingness as they kind of dim.
Did we go down the long spooky hallway?
It sounds like the snoring is coming from down here.
It seems good to me.
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay,
seem
so
like
this
we're
is-
gonna be able to get down there.
This is a way down, then, to a lower floor.
Yeah, unless you had like a rope or a feather fall or anything like that. So you guys moving down?
Mm-hmm.
As you guys make your way down, you keep seeing these energy siphons into nothingness coming from all these crystals going down. I mean, you probably see a couple dozen siphons occurring. And as you come all the way down to the end of this corridor, there appears to be another budded dead end, and then a drop that leads right and straight. It looks about a 10, maybe 15-foot drop.
Hmm. I have 50 foot of hempen rope. If we want to put a rope down and climb down.
I also have 50 foot if needed.
So with the amount of rope you guys have, you can choose either this way down, or you can go down the other way where you started. It's completely up to you.
I think it'd be smarter to go this way, considering the other way was a lot of snoring.
And who wants that?
So, pulling the rope out and tying it to this stone structure, we're able to drop it down the 15 feet, and excess lays across the floor. Yeah. Are you guys heading down?
So there's not really
I
anything
will
to the
climb
left,
down the rope.
correct?
Not anything what?
To the left, correct?
So, up here to the left or down to the left?
Oh, yeah, where you're marking.
No, it appears to be one of those other dead ends. There are these kind of markings that look like drag marks against the wall, but otherwise nothing of note.
Drag marks.
Oh,
Like
did I just...
somebody was scraping it.
Definitely looks like scrape marks of something. Very consistent and throughout the shape of the wall. As if something large was walking through.
I would like to take out my knife and cut off the excess 45 feet of rope and put it back in my pack.
Are you leaving like rope hanging? Pick it
Yeah.
back up if you need to. Okay.
Yeah, just in
okay,
case.
cool.
Looking off to the left, there's this structure that seems to have this radiating magical energy from the floor and these 4 pillars around it. Again, those drag marks across the wall leading toward it.
Well, it's basically a left or right situation.
This is where that structure is.
So which way do we want to
Aurelius,
go
have you been down to
first?
this level before?
He shakes his head. This is the deepest I've ever been. This thing looks intriguing, though. And he begins kind of walking towards it. His hands tracing along the walls, checking out the drag marks.
Feels like the drag marks are important. As we come into this area, can I roll perception, please?
Sure. What are you looking
I
for?
would like to roll perception as well.
Just in general, seeing if anything is off, seeing if there is. Well, I also would like to roll investigation to see if I know what the drag marks are. If I could. So perception. 15 on perception. And I don't know anything about the drag marks.
What was your you were trying to perceive? I remember what you were trying to investigate. What were you trying to perceive?
Just trying to see if there's anything off about this place, if there's anything amiss or feels different.
It definitely
From, like-
feels odd. There is a strong presence of magical aura emanating from everywhere. Those crystals that
Oh.
line the wall seem to be immensely powerful. As in, not that they themselves are powerful, but just the aura that they're emitting in mass around you is this very saturated magical feeling.
Interesting. I would like to also tell the party about that.
Aurelius walks towards the structure and steps inside. His fingers tracing the pillars as he investigates. He holds up a finger as you approach, like, give me a second to check this out.
Michael, I wanted to roll an investigation too on those claw marks.
Okay.
Is that a D20 plus my investigation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 12.
They appear to go up and down as they go down the corridor, as if they are left from the body of something large and walking. So like the up and down kind of matches an even gait of a creature.
So it's a very fat creature that can fit in this whole corridor.
It fits,
So
but it seems like it just fits.
Barely.
Yeah.
I would like to share that with the team
Well, that is terrifying.
a little bit as I begin to look around for little crevices to hide in.
Has anything happened to Aurelius up in there?
Aurelius is checking out the pillars, and he seems to have found something on the backside of a pillar that he's very interested in, and is kind of spinning it. His eyes, as both hands are kind of like on the pillar, checking out whatever it is, you see his eyes look, and he mutters something under his breath as his eyes look big and behind you guys in this direction.
I turn
Aw,
around.
Yeah.
I was waiting for my
Frick.
turn to ask if I heard or saw anything.
Heard? No. As you turn, you see this massive face of a dragon as it begins staring at you guys and making its way down the corridor.
Wait, well, like where exactly? Because I'm not standing with them. I am around the corner down that corridor.
As in here.
So it would have passed her?
I'm messaging Caitlin. Everyone roll initiative.
Why couldn't it be a good dragon?
Well, you don't know it's not a bad dragon yet. It does not bode well if that's my initiative.
17.
Red 13.
Willow 10.
Oh, I don't have any of my spell slots.
Calamity 11.
All right, who had 20 to 25? 15 to 20?
Me, 17. Mira.
10 to 15?
You guys hear me
Red
now?
13.
Yeah.
Yes.
I rolled a 2, but do I add anything?
Your initiative, yeah.
Initiative.
Which is based off your dexterity modifier.
Oh, initiative 2, so okay, I got 4.
Willow, what was yours?
10.
Mine was 11.
When I said that I was looking for little crevices to hide in, did I find any?
There's like you can hide here, you can hide here,
You say that, Michael, and I can't zoom out enough to see where you're talking about.
here,
Okay.
here.
I feel like those are just like death traps, though.
The dragon begins making his way forward as he sees you guys. Fire beginning to build up into his chest, spilling out of his mouth. He watches this almost lava begin spilling out and charging forward. He begins to take a deep breath, and you hear vroom behind you. Some kind of noise emanating from the structure. As it does, the dragon disappears. There's a moment of
What?
silence. As you guys look around, Aurelius is gone.
What the?
Isn't he teleported?
I hurry over inside of it.
Should we be rushing into that?
Looking around, you see a dial. The dial is a circle, and there's kind of a notch annotating which one it is on, and a series of numbers on this dial, ranging everywhere from 1 to 117.
Wonder if that's an elevator.
Maybe
The
it was a
levels of
little
the-
foolhardy.
Does it indicate like what level
You're
or
on?
is any is any one of the numbers lit up?
There is if you investigate the dial, there is a dot located between 18 and 17.
It's an elevator. It
What?
has to be. We're on the Mana Forge floor 17 and a half.
What the?
So maybe this would take us back up to the top?
Up? Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
maybe so.
because floor 1 is still the floor. We would have to go to floor 20 where they can get us back up to the surface, right? Because Aurelia said
He thought that the delve camp might be at 18 or 19, as I remember.
I thought he said 20.
The dial is left on the floor that it was last selected on.
What was the last
What
selected
floor?
Is selected
Yeah.
Yes.
117.
Oh, he
good
did.
gravy.
Oh, he did.
We have to go save him.
So does anybody else remember?
At 117? There's a dragon on floor 17. What do you think's gonna be 100 floors down?
Does anybody recall which floor they said that the?
He said. He said 18 or 19.
Well, we could go to 18 and work our way down to 19.
I think we're on 18.
Where
right?
is Calamasy?